We're in Northwest Ohio at LGC's, one of their seed plots. Joining me is Corey Prosser, regional agronomist for the state. And Corey, first of all, great looking plot that you have out here. Tell us a little bit about some of the background that we can depend on with LG seeds when it comes to the breeding behind the corn.
Yeah, so like Dale said, thank you guys for coming out today, doing a little bit of a virtual field plot tour today. But I guess kind of the little bit of background about LG, we are part of AgReliant Genetics. So we are one of the few companies in the country that still has its own breeding program, and we put a lot of emphasis on that. We do research plots across the state. So just here in Ohio alone, we have 8 research plots that myself, along with some other agronomists throughout the Midwest, take a look at and evaluate. New products. Quite a few new products every year, so we have a good feel of how these products are going to perform when we get them out into the countryside.
That's a lot of added pressure, isn't it, to try to figure out as you're making selections what's going to work in different pockets around the country?
Yeah, so I mean, we look at products from, you know, all the way to California to the East Coast because we cover the entire nation. So really, I kind of focus on the Midwest. I was out in Illinois last week looking at things, and then the next couple weeks will be Indiana, Ohio. So one thing that's nice having our own germplasm is we have availability to a broad spectrum of traits. We have some products that are, Bayer traded with the Double Pro and the Smart Stack traits. And then we also have some Agrisure traded stuff. So we have the 3220s, the Duracades, pretty broad spectrum of conventional lineup. We have a huge conventional lineup. That's one thing that we put a lot of emphasis on. So we can have the trade options is pretty broad for us, which is very nice. And one thing that we really emphasize is plant health. We want varieties that can handle some of those tougher soils, some heavy clays, if it's drouthy ground, some sands. We really look at that, and we also look at, like I said, the plant health and just overall standability. Just solid agronomics is what we really look for. That's really the biggest emphasis that we all put on when we're selecting varieties.
Let's talk about some of the varieties you've selected. Beside you is an LG 51C48. Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is a 101-day variety that we actually commercialized last year. This area of the field has actually hurt a little bit with water, but it's handled the heavy clay ground, the stress very well. This is a product that we use both north and south in the state, so we can actually move this product south of 70 if a guy wants an early variety to kind of get the combine rolling, and we also move it up north. And disease package on this product is very good. We've had a lot of luck with those early season products in that 102 maturity range, and this one, when it came out, has really kind of been a good product for us. It's been able to produce or replace some of those older varieties that we've had in the past.
What's a target population?
Target populations, this one you can vary anywhere from 30 to 34, 36,000. You can kind of push the pops on this one if you want, but it is a semi-flex hybrid, so if you want to drop the rates a little bit, you can as well.
All right, Corey, looks like coming up the LG 57C97. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this is actually a new product that we actually just brought on. This is going to be a new commercial variety for us. It's at 107 day. We actually have this variety in conventional and double pro traded, so you can get the above ground protection, or you can get the conventional version if you're wanting to go after that market as well. This one's kind of more of a higher test weight grain. That's why we got the conventional version of it. And kind of looking at it, plant health on this one as well is very good. Excellent product for no-till. You can kind of see looking down the row there, it's more of an upright leaf to this. So the plant structure is more upright, so we can actually push the pops on this one a little bit. So if you want to, higher populations, those 34, 36, even 38,000. If you wanted to go into 20s with a variety, this would be a good option for that. But also planted here at 32,000 and 30s, it'll handle that as well very well.
All right, Corey, as we head on down through here, you said the field actually gets a little better. Does the varieties reflect that as you go down through here, or did you select the places in the field based on knowing what the agronomic characteristics were?
No, not so much in this field. It's pretty much similar soil type, but there's a little bit of a hole down in that end of the field that, we had those early season rains that got hit with a little bit of extra water, and it kind of laid there. That's why we put a check about every 5 varieties here to kind of, make up for that as well.
LG 59 C46. It looks a little taller than the stuff we've already seen.
Yeah, so this is a 109-day product that we brought on last year. It is a conventional product as well as a VT Double Pro product that we offer. It is a taller product, like you said, and this is actually one that we are testing with the Viptera trait, so it'll actually, in our research trials across the state, we have this variety beside all three trait versions of it. So, and one thing with this one is definitely the grain quality of this product is one of the highlights of it. You can kind of see there. Milk line's still pretty high up on this variety, but good girthy ear to it. And it actually puts on a pretty long ear style to it, is more of the ear style that this one typically puts on. I've got a lot of guys that'll use this dual purpose, both grain and silage as well.
Population targets?
This one is actually a little bit higher populations. I would say, you know, that 32 or better would be a better fit for this. You know, 34, 36, this is going to handle it just fine.
Looks good. We don't have to go far to get to our next one, and boy, the ears are standing out there tall.
Yep, so this next one we're coming up to is actually a new variety that we launched last year. It is also another 109 day. This one is a double pro and a conventional as well. So you can kind of tell the ear difference on this. This is more of a fatter ear to this. You can kind of see the kernel depth on this. It's got that deeper kernel to it. So test weight on varieties, the previous variety is going to have a little bit better test weight than this variety. But yield-wise, this has some phenomenal top-end yield to it. They are both have some similar background genetics to them, so they kind of both have that tall plant type to them. But this is one that is an exceptional variety for no-till. We've had very good luck with it as far as for early emergence and vigor. As far as in this plot and many others in the state, it was one of the first varieties out of the ground. So that's key for it. As far as planting populations, this one's more moderate. It's a semi-flex hybrid, but kind of comes from more of a flex type background. So you can actually drop the pops on this one a little bit, and actually it'll respond well to that.
Is this one because of that early growth vigor that you can help diversify your maturities across the farm and not get everything stuck at one planting time or harvest time?
Yep. So that's what's nice. You can plant this one, get it out early. It can handle some of those cooler, wetter soils. It has that early emergence to it, which makes it nice. And it does have, for being 109 day, actually dries probably a little bit better than 109. And it's also another one that we use dual purpose. Digestibility should be pretty high on this variety. So.
Well, Corey, we've only got a couple more to look at. This is the 62 C35. What do you like about it?
So this is a new product that we brought on last year as well. So we've got a lot of new products in this plot, but this one here is a 112-day product that we offer as a double pro and a smart stack. One thing I really like about this product is it has phenomenal plant health. That's probably the biggest thing that I like about that. You can also see the ear style on this. It puts on a big girthy flex type ear. Same kind of thing as one of our 109-day varieties. This is a more of a full flex type product in its background. So it can handle those lower populations, but can get some height to it. We've got it in some silage plots to evaluate the digestibility and those type of things, tonnage, to look at it from that standpoint. But yeah, I was gonna say, just overall, you know, it puts on some really nice girthy ears. Same thing, kind of that deeper kernel depth to it that kind of can hide some yield in it, really. But we're just really excited about this one as far as its performance in our research plots. It was phenomenal research data coming out of the state of Ohio on this product. You know, you go towards Illinois, it's probably not as strong as maybe some of the other 112s, but kind of definitely a regional product for us here in the state of Ohio.
All right, we've got one more to check out, and it's only a little ways down here.
Yep. So the last one we're coming to, stretching the maturity out here a little bit, is 5643. This product is actually the numbering system's a little bit different. This is an older variety of ours, but probably one of the most well-known numbers that we have as a company. It would be actually probably one of our top-selling varieties across the country. So this is a 114-day product. If you look up the like the Ohio State yield data, the trials, those type of thing, integrated ag, some third parties, this one's always going to be towards the top. This is kind of our yield hitter, I guess. This thing does really well north to south. We've had this all the way up in Napoleon, Ohio, in Henry County, and it can win plots all the way up there. So big thing, it is a 114-day product. So guys got to be a little cautious of that as far as when they plant it. So it's something you can plant it early. It can handle that stress. of the early seasons, but you can kind of tell the ears that this thing can put on. I mean, it can put on some really big ears, some really girthy ears that have good grain quality to it, and it's got the plant health to go with it. So population wise, we can put this one all over the board. Populations, they plant it all the way out in Kansas at 12,000 in some of that dry land type product, and then we've got it under pivots all over the Midwest at higher populations. So my guy's really looking for that just top end yield. This is the product that we kind of go towards.
So when you say it's one of the oldest one that you still got, give guys a reference. So what is old in today's hybrids?
So yeah, when I say old in the seed industry, you're talking 4 or 5 years. So a lot of times with the breeding and the acceleration that we have with germplasm today, these products don't last long because we get a good product and then you're constantly trying to improve it. You're looking at the males and the females in those crosses and just trying to improve on it, because there's no perfect hybrid. Every hybrid has a weakness, and we just always am trying to improve, and it doesn't take long with today's breeding to actually be able to get to that next level.
So Corey, lgseeds.com, it doesn't get any easier to that, and from that we could track down dealers or maybe some upcoming events.
Yep, so you can get on there. They'll have your dealers, the salesmen are located on there. Also all of our historical yield data from plots in the past are on there, and then we'll also have all of our plots from this year on there. And you can also find all the product information on there. So, if you have a dealer in your area, we have probably 40 or so plots like this across the state. So, there's one in your area.
I've been visiting with Corey Prosser. He's the state agronomist for LG Seeds, and he spends a lot of time walking plots just like this. If you'd like the experience to find out more, lgseeds.com. It can put you in touch with a dealer or someone in your area to talk more about what you're looking for specifically to accomplish on your farm.